getting
Okay, fans, I'm here with Warner Drive at the Roxy in Hollywood. I'm here with Candace.
Hi.
Sorry.
You're not Candace, I'm Candace.
I jumped the gun on
Johnny
that.
Law. Elvis.
Hi. Oh,
Ryan.
hi.
Johnny U. And, sorry, I'll control myself here. So, you guys have been very busy and had a really good summer. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your tour?
Who wants to go?
We went to Europe. We toured Europe. It was awesome. We did some festivals in Germany and Sweden. We also went to Finland. Did some touring up there with some great bands.
We kept walking around Europe going, we're in Europe because of our band. This is awesome.
Well, thanks to
pretty
our
awesome.
fans who helped
Yes,
get us there.
absolutely.
Our Kickstarter really,
Yeah.
people are amazing. That was the only reason we were able to
The
go.
only reason.
Yeah.
Really, that's how you guys did it?
Yes,
Kickstarter
absolutely.
campaign?
If
Yeah.
it wasn't for our fans, there's no way we would have gone to Europe. So we're really grateful for that.
We raised $21,000.
Yes.
Awesome. Fans kick ass.
They
Yes,
do
they
kick
do.
ass.
And the crazy thing is, if we didn't tour the way that we tour in the States, we wouldn't have even had a shot, because most of our Kickstarter purchases came from out of California.
It's true.
Outside of.
Yeah.
Came out of California.
Oh no, it came outside of California.
So
Yeah.
what kind of places did you play? You said you played with some other bands.
We played a few festivals, and then we did some venue shows in between, just kind of filling dates and stuff like that. We got to play with some bands in Europe that we'd never heard of, that we started to really kind of get into.
Yeah.
We did a part of our tour with two bands called Crucified Barbara from Sweden, and a band from Finland called
Baton Rouge Morgue.
Baton Rouge Morgue. Great people, really great people. And who else? We played with a band called the Royal Republic,
They
who
were
we're all
awesome.
really big
Fucking
fans of
amazing.
now.
Yeah.
So
Sweden.
it was cool. It was really cool to get turned on to
Sticky
new
Dirt
music.
from Sweden.
Yeah.
A lot of those Nordic people.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I actually kept up with you guys the whole time you were gone. I looked at all the photos, a
Love
couple
it.
of bathroom or urinal photos.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Nice.
But anyway, what I was kind of nosy about was, thank you. I was kind of nosy about what it was like in between the shows, getting from one show to the other, your travel days and what you guys did.
I think it was a lot easier than how we do it here, because we had, a day or two between the shows, so it wasn't like go from one show to the other to the other to the other like we do here in the States. So it wasn't as exhausting as,
The cities are a lot closer.
yeah.
So you actually got to see Europe. It wasn't
we-
just like the venues.
Right, and that was the thing is, we got to kind of hang out and take in, where we were a little bit too. So it was nice.
I thought one of the weirdest things is that the cars were made of wood, like all their shoes.
They were not. This was our little van. Look at, see. We had that for a little while.
So then we also had a bus.
And then we also
for
had
while.
a bus. Hold on, I'll find the bus.
You had a big red
We
bus.
had a van, we had
We
a
had
bus.
a big
we had
old
a
bus.
bus.
I'll find you the bus.
Was
We
that
got-
the one you put on
got
your
to eat
Twitter?
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't have pictures of the bus. Of course I got pictures of the bus. And then we got that for a
It
little
was
while.
swanky.
Yeah.
It was swankster.
It was pretty awesome.
So, I know you guys are doing new songs tonight, and I don't know how long those songs have been in the works, but did you play some of those songs in Europe, or was it mostly from the first two albums?
Mostly from the first two albums. We did a couple. I think we played Boys and Girls a couple times. Did we play anything else over there?
I don't think so.
I think that was it.
So of the new songs, I think we're playing 6 total new songs tonight. And of those 6, the only one
They fully loaded.
yeah, we did play for you're right. So of the 6, we've only played 2 before. So there'll be 4 that we've never played on stage together.
Okay, well,
I
my
still
next...
don't know the parts. It's kind of scary.
I'm sure. My next question is, the one thing I noticed strongly about you guys, other than the fact that I know you play constantly and you're always touring, but that you guys, probably more than a lot of bands, really get out there on the internet with your fans and really make sure your fans know what's going on. Tell me, like, who usually gets online and does the stuff, and why that became so important to you guys that you keep it up so well.
I do all the Facebook stuff.
Oh, God.
No.
It's funny because he doesn't.
It I mean, when we all got into the band, it was something Johnny had started a long time ago with the MySpace stuff, when MySpace was really kicking, and just kind of, Facebook slowly took over, and just the same views as we used it on MySpace, just get out there and you're talking to the people, and
It's important to have a personal relationship
Absolutely.
with the fans. I don't think our philosophy is that you can't. There's no room for being a rock star anymore. I don't think even people like rock stars. There was a time where that was cool. It was cool to piss in the aisle of an airplane. It was cool to piss people off. It was cool to be an asshole. It's just not cool anymore. People like the nice guys now.
So
Right,
we're pretending-
right, Candace.
so
Don't you like nice
we're
guys?
pretending to be nice.
You like nice guys? But yeah. So that personal relationship with the fans is so important now. There's no room to be the arrogant asshole, rock star and expect to go anywhere or to even expect to have a connection with your fans, because fans don't listen to music, watch music, or participate in music the same way that they did even 5 years ago. So for a fan to be involved on any level,
Facebook was a huge difference.
for a fan to be involved on any level at all, I think there has to be some sort of personal connection with the band.
Yeah, that's true. You guys did a little pre-show. You did a little pre-show YouTube thing. What made you spur of the moment, decide to do that?
Want to get more people to the show.
Do you know how many people looked at it?
I don't, because it's there's a lag on it on the counter and stuff. But I don't know, a few hundred.
It's over 300.
It was cool. It was nice to get a little
I
taste
think he
of
really
what.
did it because he was bitching about the coach of the Lakers getting fired.
Yeah, I was doing that video, and the whole time I had SportsCenter on, and I was like, they just fired Mike Brown, and I didn't want to cut the take because I actually did it pretty well, and I was doing the whole thing in one take, so I was like, I can't believe they just fired Mike Brown.
That's actually how I found out that they fired me.
Was it really? See? We're breaking news over here with Warner Drive. That's how I should have started it.
This just in.
This is Johnny Law. Here's the news.
So tonight, are you guys playing any older songs from K-Go or Fully Loaded, or just mostly the new stuff?
We're doing some
We'll
stuff.
play a mixture.
So my next question is,
Do you remember me?
you guys, do you remember me? No, they remember me. You guys are gonna go record your album, so this is your last show. Tell me a little bit about where you're gonna be recording and when you think the fans will actually hear the music.
Well, it's our last show in LA because we leave on Wednesday for a little tour, and we'll be doing Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Boise, and
Vegas.
Reno and Vegas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
And,
very important because we have people all over, so
Oh, very cool. Very good. That makes us very happy.
we're not just an LA site.
Sweet.
And then after that, we get back on Thanksgiving, and then we shut down after Thanksgiving because we got Thanksgiving, then the holidays and New Year's and all that. So we'll kind of shut down and get into pre-production, do all that other stuff. It looks like we're going to be doing our record with Mark Jordan producing it, and Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses is going to executive produce it. So it looks like we'll be doing it that way, which is kind of a departure from our last album, which was kind of done all in-house, where we, recorded drums, everything at my house and stuff like that. We'll still do a lot of that because we're a really hands-on band, so we'll still do a lot of that stuff at home. But most of, basic tracks, that kind of stuff will all be done with at Matt Sorum's place.
Okay, and do you have any idea? I mean, I know nothing about the recording process. From the time you start after Thanksgiving to when the finished product is, when do you expect the album to come out for the fans?
Well, we're not really sure because I think at this point it's still kind of being it's a concept right now because we have 5 songs from KGO and Fully Loaded that we played live at the Viper Room that we have recordings of, and we'd like to release those 5 songs live, and then we want to take 5 brand new songs and release those as a recorded version. So it'll kind of be like almost like Guns N' Roses Lies, where they had the recorded acoustic tracks and then they had the live tracks. So we want to do something like that, but right now that's the concept. Maybe we abandon it and go, hey, let's just do 10 new songs. We don't know yet. So we're hoping that by, I don't know, February, March, we'll have something ready.
Okay, so it's pretty much a process and
Yeah.
work right now. Okay, so my last question, which is a little bit more in depth for all of you guys to talk about if you want. I just want to know about the new songs, specifically the ones you're playing tonight and the ones you gave a little bit of a teaser of on your video last night. If you could just tell me a little bit about conceptually how you came up with them, like especially the one about the Memphis 3.
Yeah, well, the West Memphis 3 is something that Johnny's been obsessed with forever. And he told
I
me...
actually saw the documentary, the original documentary in '96 when it was on HBO. I was a little guy, but these kids, they totally got screwed.
Yeah, and there's 3 versions of the documentary. The first one was made when they thought they were guilty, and then the second one
it was like
was
2000,
made, yeah.
and then they released this third one called the Purgatory, and it was all 3 like mixed together, but it had the ending when they actually got out, which they got screwed. The state of Arkansas is kind of fucked up, but hey, that's a whole different story.
So Johnny was obsessed with that case, and he was telling me about it one tour. I think probably like 4 o'clock in the morning, driving from one shitty city to another.
Looking for something to talk about.
Yeah, and after a while, a few months went by, and then I heard that the kids were getting released, the West Memphis 3. And when I heard they were getting released, I was like, I gotta write a song.
We
about
actually
this.
thought about writing a song before that, but we were like, we didn't know if they were innocent, even though we thought they were innocent. We're like, well, what if they're guilty and now we're supporting them?
Right.
That might not be good. But then once they were innocent, we.
So definitely, that's where it all came from. It was Johnny's obsession with the whole thing, and it was just something that I really felt I should write.
On the lighter side, tell me about the drinking song and what's it really called?
I don't know if that's a lighter song.
Yeah.
Really.
Honestly, it's
Well,
not
in
even
prison.
Yeah. It's not
true.
even really a song. I don't know if it'll ever be a cut on an album or anything like that. Our mentality with it was we always open with KGO because it's a strong opener. The fans know it right away, but we love the song. We think it's probably one of our better songs. So we feel kind of like we're wasting it sometimes to open with it. So we've been talking about just writing an opener, and that's what this is. It's just an opener. Yeah.
Speaking of prison, I don't know if you know this, but we played in a prison.
We did.
In July, we played in Oregon State Penitentiary.
It's a maximum security
Maximum
prison.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was the most appreciative people I've ever played in front of in my life. It was a little trippy. It was very trippy. Some guy came up to us afterwards, and he went up to Candace first.
I met Bobby
and then-
Beausoleil.
Who's from
Candace-
the Manson family.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was my story, but
Sorry.
Thank you. So he came up to me after he came up to Candace, and the security guard was like, "Do you know who that is?" And I looked him up, and it was like a guy. He committed the first murder in the Helter Skelter thing. And he came up to me and called me a badass drummer. I actually shook hands with a murderer, so it's kind of strange.
He's supposed to be a really good guitar player too.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, I love your guitar rig. Da, da, da.
Yeah, it was weird, but they were so appreciative. I thought
Most appreciative crowd I've ever played in front of it.
I thought that at minimum we'd get people catcalling at Candace, and there wasn't even one.
The only freaky thing was me and Johnny, we're of a certain heritage, and there was a man in the front row who had a ginormous swastika tattooed on his chest. That was a little scary.
It was a little scary.
Yeah. Okay, well, anything else you'd like to tell the fans about what's going on with
There
you?
was that time we played at the mental hospital.
KKGO.